Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bob Wahl Show. On the Bob Wahl Show, we talk business, St. Louis, and real estate. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the Bob Wahl Show. On the Bob Wahl Show, we talk business, St. Louis, and real estate. I'm really excited because we have the rock star of the title industry,
Thank you.
Meredith McVehil.
Yes.
And today we're going to talk, I haven't covered any title topics, and I think title is something maybe realtors know I think title is a subject that I think realtors know about and that title companies know about, maybe mortgage, but not many other people do.
No, that's right. That's
So,
a very good point.
Just wanted to have you on and kind of just introduce, because title company is a big part of the transaction. Just wanted to kind of discuss what a title company is and what their role is throughout the course of a real estate transaction.
Great. Okay. So thank you. A little bit about, so I get to work for Hillsboro Title. We are based in Hillsboro, Missouri, but we have 8 locations throughout Jefferson and St. Louis counties. The role of title, so we are, it's very important to know that we are an independent third party. So when we receive a sales contract from a real estate transaction, whether it be the buyer side or the sales side, we treat that as instructions on what to do. We don't navigate that in terms of any particular side. We are truly an independent third party.
Correct.
And that's to protect the customer.
For sure.
So, and what title is, just a side note, is your legal right of ownership to that land. Or
Okay.
that property.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you, I guess, on a personal note, what do you like? You do marketing for Hillsboro. I guess I'll just let you talk about what you do specifically for them and what you like most about it.
Yeah, well, thanks. I love my job. So I call myself a master connector. I was hired by our CEO, Jackie Hoyt. We're a female-owned title company. And she hired me 3.5 years ago to start our West County area business development. So we are here in Chesterfield, and then we have, like I said, we're based in Hillsboro, Missouri, but she really wanted to branch out into this area, knowing that there was quite a bit of opportunity for us here. And my background is in real estate sales. I sold new construction. And although I'm not a licensed realtor, I also was the marketing director for a local home builder, McBride & Son Homes, prior to this. So I have quite a few connections and knowledge of real estate.
For sure.
So Jackie hired me to develop real estate realtor connections like yourself, to develop those relationships, and also with loan officers. And my role is really to add value to the transaction. So yes, we love it that you're a wonderful customer of ours, but I also like to connect you with other people that can help to enhance your business as well. So that's what I get to do.
Well, that's great. You are definitely a good networker.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you.
I guess we'll also kind of lead off with what is a title company? What are you doing 9 to 5 all the time?
Good question. So there's a lot that happens behind the scenes. So every closing office that we have has a closer, an escrow closer, and we also have processors. So to give you kind of a simple process, once you sell a home or you have a buyer, either way, that contract goes to our office and the processor enters the contract order into our system. And then it's a series of steps. We go out on the property and we research as far back as 100 years and see if there's any sort of liens against the property, and we can go into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Anything that's an outstanding claim on the property, if there is any. If there is anything like that, then we work with the buyer and the seller to work out those issues so that we all can have a smooth closing at the end of the transaction. So everybody knows that at the closing table, that's when the funds are managed and the signatures take place. But there's a lot that happens between the contract and the closing, and that's what our role is in our offices. And then my role is to be out in the community, get our name out there, and to develop the relationships with people like yourself.
Okay, well, that's great. That's great. And the title company is also the party that is holding the earnest money throughout the transaction. So when you say third party, that's also like in the contract when you have the earnest money going to XYZ, whatever is written in on the contract, that's you all.
That's
You're
right.
the third party that's holding the earnest money on behalf of the transaction, and it needs a mutual release from all parties to be able to disperse it.
That's right, exactly. So yeah, the check is made payable to the title company, and again, we're that independent third party that holds that, no interest on the buyer side or the seller side, and that particular instance, and then we hold it. And then when we get to the closing and there's the closing disclosure, all of those figures are done by our closing officers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Great
we're diving into the boring category.
Yeah, right, that's true.
We're in a tailspin right now. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's our world, though.
So it is. And it's a very important role throughout the home buying and selling process.
That's right.
For sure. So how can people, we're going to keep it simple on our first episode together. We're going to do another episode together, of course. But for now, I just kind of wanted an introduction into the title world. And I guess how can people find Hillsboro Title and you guys online and on social media?
Oh, great question. So certainly follow us on our Facebook page, Hillsboro Title, and then also hillsborotitle.com would be our website, and that's a wonderful resource. It indicates all of our offices. We are about to open in Eureka and Sullivan, Missouri in October, and that is a wonderful resource too to get quotes and things like that.
Okay, you guys are growing really quickly too.
We are.
You guys are growing really quickly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your company has to be pretty thrilled with all that you have going on for sure.
Yeah, she really wanted to expand and our owner is extremely conservative. You don't want to get too big too fast because truly we stress service. We're not trying to be the biggest title company in town.
For sure.
We want to have a really good relationship and our customers know that we're responsive and reactive to whatever they might need.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining me. And that concludes this week's episode. Thanks everyone for joining us. Goodbye for now. And I will see you guys next week.
Bye.